Right, Fraser, how are you?
I'm good, how are you? No
I'm
bad.
good. Not bad. I just got a couple of questions to run through, mate, and that's us.
Worries.
Eh, what drives you to go to training every day? So, what motivates you to go to training instead of sitting in the house?
Just think probably same as most other young players. Uh, I think most young boys, when they're younger, wanted to be footballers growing up. Everybody loved playing it and that. So I think, obviously starting out, I love playing football and that. And obviously I became more realistic as I got older, as it would be a job. So I think that's kind of a factor in it. And obviously wanting to do better every day and try and get further uh, personally in my career as well, and hopefully be the best I can be, that kind of thing.
Yeah, obviously, being a young age, you wanted to become everybody's dream is to become a footballer, but it's a lot of work to get there. And obviously, you've done all that work, and now you're a professional footballer.
I've been there since been at Hibs since I was 8 year old, I think now. So it's been a long journey kind of thing. But I think my dad used to drive me 3 times a week after working, after skinners at school, through Edinburgh, through Glasgow. So I think there's a lot of stuff you had to do to get to where I am now.
Yeah, just showing how much you need to be committed to
Oh,
be
exactly.
football.
Aye, it's a lot of stuff you need to do that people don't see in that. So that's one of the main things.
Yeah. If you weren't a footballer, what would you be?
Uh, yeah, that's a hard one. Probably. Well, I'm doing Hingme. Recently started an open uni course because I've got a lot of spare time. So I've been doing that part time, business and accounting. So just started doing that. So probably something to that. I'll probably be a joiner or something.
Not
Or
bad.
don't know, something similar to that. Or try and work my pals or something.
Yeah. So obviously we know that free kick a couple of weeks ago was about 35 yards out and it flew right in the top corner. I mean, how did you feel when you scored that?
Yeah, I think it's just one of the things when you score, it's kind of a quick 2 or 3 second buzz you get, and after that, it's kind of forgotten about. But that was a good feeling. No, it doesn't usually come off on that, so wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
Uh, eh, Obviously you made your debut at Easter Road against Raith Rovers. Just sum up how it felt when you walked out and you played that game.
I think playing in front, I think it was 15,000 there. Obviously, it was brilliant. Get a good buzz doing that, and adrenaline gives you another 10% on your performance in that, and get told a few days before I think that I was playing. So had a few days to take it in, and obviously it's why I go out there and do your best. But that was a good feeling and a good day.
Yeah, obviously playing at Easter Road's a big achievement in that, but obviously you've played at two of the biggest stadiums in Scotland, Ibrox and Parkhead for
Aye.
the Scottish League. If I don't, have you played in Hampden?
Uh, Not a first team game, no.
Not in the first team game, but as a youth player, yeah.
Aye.
So obviously that is the biggest stadium, but I don't know, it wouldn't have been filled with it being a youth game, but
Aye, wasn't
obviously that is a good capacity as well.
it? Aye.
But just walking out in front of 60,000 fans at Celtic Park and then 50,000 at Ibrox must have been a good experience, especially supporting one of them.
Aye. No, I think walking out in front of them and playing in the stadiums in front of the fans, it's obviously a good feeling. And I think a few of my pals are season ticket holders there. And they were in the stand for both of the games at Parkhead and at Ibrox. And it's a good feeling seeing your pals there when you're in the pitch. But I think when you're actually on the pitch, you don't actually see all these people there. It's kind of it's all kind of blurred out. So
Yeah, you're focused on the game and getting the
different.
passes away. And
Aye, but nah, brilliant, good experience, and gives you a good buzz on all.
yeah, obviously you've played at the two stadiums. It must have been a good experience, but obviously you feel the trust of your manager to play you against probably the two best teams in Scotland. They must have felt good.
Aye, it was good. Say are two good teams, and play against them. It's going to be hard, but nah, being in the pitch and the stadiums and that was a good feeling. And it's happy not hear you shout at me.
Aye. Obviously, quite a lot of people are asking what your best game was you've ever played in. Obviously, now being in the Championship, they want to maybe figure out if the Championship games are better than what you played at Hibs. But, well, it's over to you and we'll see what you think.
Played in a lot of good games, to be fair. I think played a few 20s games. Won the Youth Cup, and we done the double that year. So winning that with my pals, came through the youth for them. So that was a good feeling doing that. Good laugh with them as well. Enjoyed it. I think few games with Hibs as well I've enjoyed, and we've done filming as well. Won important games, and so there's been quite a few big games that I've enjoyed. So
Mm.
hard to pick just one.
Well, obviously, playing for Dunfermline now, but how difficult is the Championship this season? Did you feel it was difficult?
Aye, I mean there's 10 good teams in it who I think on their day could all probably beat each other. I think it's that tight. So it's just whether that's just the fine margins and all that in the league. But nah, we're doing well, and hopefully we can stay up towards the top of the table come the end of the season.
Yeah, obviously playing for Hibs now, on loan at Dunfermline, but obviously the aim is to get back to Hibs and get the first team football.
So just looking to now, focus on hopefully trying to finish the season strong with Dunfermline, and then after that, got another 2 years I think it is left at Hibs. So after the summer, I'll see what happens, and hopefully can break my way in the summer.
Yeah. So what do you want to achieve out of football?
It's a hard one. I think just mostly what everybody says, just going along with everybody else. But I think try and play at the highest level you can, kind of thing, and obviously win trophies. That's one of the main things. Because but memories and that being with your pals as well. So obviously that's the two main things.
Yeah, obviously you want to be as high level as you can and playing the best football you can. But
No,
now you're still young. You're looking forward to the rest of your career, obviously. Now that's you just starting to get football. Obviously, you're in Dunfermline now, but I think you've got a lot of potential for getting into Hibs as a manager. Probably looking at you now.
I hopefully I can just go on loan, play games, and hopefully do well. Then come back and hopefully be in the Fox and go back and try and force our way in and train and play well. So see what happens, but enjoying my time here now.
And so obviously before your full career even took kicked off, you were playing as a 7, 8 year old boy at East End Thistle. Just a normal lad playing football with his pals at a club, but obviously then, as you said before, somebody came along and picked you up. So that you must have been buzzing for that.
I just playing our pals, good time there. And I think one of the Hibs scouts was our coach there, Jamie Thompson. Pals da, give a wee mention. He was our scout at Hibs at the time, and he picked us up there. And ever since then, been at Hibs till now. So a long journey, but it's been good.
Yeah. How did you become a footballer? So
Uh,
how would you describe the way that you've trained and all that to be where you are now?
Just basically enjoy myself. Just don't take it all too serious. Just that kind of thing. So ever since I was young, just you need to enjoy yourself and play with a smile on your face kind of thing. And just end up getting 14, 15, 16, 17, getting older. Started to realise that I could actually become professional here and make it a job kind of thing. But when that starts to happen, that's when like kind of the real hard work starts, and that should just start in the beginning. Hopefully something good.
Yeah, obviously it's hard work to become a footballer. It's not if you just sign a contract and that's you. You need to put time and effort in and spend a lot of time playing football.
Aye, well, a lot of time and effort and all that. But nah, as soon as you sign professional, that's you've no made it or anything. That's just the start to try to make it, and it's up to what you can do, and hopefully work hard will take you far.
Yeah, obviously we've got a big question here that's quite. I don't think you might be able to answer this, but where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Uh, it's a hard one. Hopefully on the job centre, but don't know, hopefully just playing, still playing. Hopefully try to make myself better and next few years push myself and Hibs team, keep trying to play well and see where that takes me. But that's just can only take each time as it comes, and hopefully next 5 years I'll be doing well for myself.
Yeah, obviously you've played for Hibs for years. You obviously joined as a boy at 8, but to get into the first team would be amazing.
I mean, that's been the aim for when I first started playing football. So just got to keep doing what you do, kind of thing, and hopefully everything will work out.
Yeah, obviously being a footballer, you've had the joys, you've had the bad times, but and one of the questions we've asked, what is a changing room environment like?
Changing the environment. Uh, it's a good laugh. It's a good place to be. It's like just being with all your pals, kind of thing. Good laugh around there. That's all I'm going to say.
Not a good laugh and there's a loss, but is there?
Eh?
Not a good laugh and there's a loss when you lose a game.
When you lose, when you're winning and all that, in training, it's a good laugh. But if you lose, uh, say a few people aren't happy in that. So, but no,
Yeah,
it's a good place to be.
obviously you've played under a couple of coaches and managers all your time, but who's your best manager or coach you've played for?
It's a hard one. So they've couldn't really pick out one. They've all been good. Like, they all bring different things. Uh, they're all good at certain things and all that, and they've all helped me in different ways. So kind of hard to just say one, but mm, they've all helped in some way. So
Yeah. So a lot of people who are in academies now have messaged and asked, what advice would you give them for if they're in academies and that, like progression to become a professional footballer is what you've done?
just basically play with a smile. If you're not enjoying it, there's no point doing it. It's like every other job, isn't it? If you're working in, don't know, Morrison's or something, you're not enjoying it, you're not going to stay there, are you? So just as long as you're playing with a smile on your face and working hard and being the best and you can in training and games and that, then that's all that matters. I'd say that's the main thing. Just play with a smile on your face.
Yeah, obviously you're a local boy in that, and you've grown up. Obviously, you played for East End in that local football team and stuff like that as well. But obviously, you went to Bannerman where you probably progressed a wee bit as well in there as a footballer, as playing for the school stuff like that as well. But I think you get a lot of praise from Bannerman now. As obviously you're doing quite well for yourself and you're playing quite well. So what would you give to people who are in teams and wanting to push on for them to be professional footballers, but as well as doing schoolwork as if it falls through?
Uh, schoolwork's obviously a big thing and all when you're growing up, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Thankfully, it worked out for me at the start, and but that's just the start. It doesn't guarantee you anything in life, but just stick in it at as well, uh, and see where the football takes you. But it's always good to have something to fall back on in that. But that's probably all I'd say about that.
Yeah. Obviously, you go back to Hibs after your loan spell. I think it's the end of the season. You go back.
Mm.
So when you go back, what are you expecting? Are you going to push hard and get in the first team, or are
Aye,
you wanting to go back out on loan?
obviously try and push hard for the first team, but I think just see what happens. Just this season first, then enjoy myself, then see what happens in summer, and then hopefully uh, get back in.
Yeah, obviously you've played a lot of football in your time now as a young age and grown up in that, but obviously you've not won that first bit of silverware as a first team player. I bet you're looking forward to that.
Aye, that'll be good. I've won a few with the 20s, and that was a good laugh with all my pals and that. But I say that'll be a good feeling as well. I think that's one of the best feelings you can have in football, winning trophies and that. So, aye, hopefully there'll be that to come in the coming years.
I mean, if you want to win a trophy, just give a wee phone to Gerard or Lennon and you're all right then.
Right, fuck, I know.
I mean, Lennon's looking for some players in it, you know what I mean?
Aye, get your goalie gloves on then.
Well, I will. A lot of things are happening around football, a lot of ups and downs, but obviously your career's still on and up.
Aye, hopefully enjoying it then. So just see what happens this season, and hopefully we can stay towards the top end of the table.
Obviously you're wanting to get up to the Premiership.
I think that most teams aim in the league, whether that's winning the league, going to the playoffs. I think whatever happens, as long as we do our best and hopefully try and make that push.
Yeah, obviously you're playing the league leaders now, Hearts at the weekend. I bet you're hoping to get on and get a goal into probably one of the best, I'm probably saying the best championship goal there is now. He's doing quite well. Craig
Aye,
Gordon.
that'd be good. That's our next game, so they're doing well now as well. But say hopefully if we play well, hopefully we'll do good and push towards the top of the table by the end of the season.
Yeah, obviously it's everybody's dream to win the league they're playing in.
Aye.
Well, I think that's us at the questions now, and thanks, Fraser.
Anyways, cheers, Connor. See you
No
later.
bother. See you later.